I need to start paying attention to who's trading and where they're going. And this is where we need to be. Transponder on. Because we are going to be doing some legal trading. I know. I'm disappointed in myself as well. In fact, I'm so disappointed in myself. I've changed my mind. We're not going to be doing legal trading at all. But I do need to be out of the way of the Syndrian Dictat before I go dark. And... There we go. No one should know where I am. I don't know who this is. This could be the Syndrian Dictat. Given how the pirate fleets are kind of hovering. Okay, we should be able to go through. We'll see if they burn for me. Nope. Just another Reaver like you all. How do you see all these corpses tied to the front of my ship? Legal trading. The nerve! I know, right? Now, reality is, I would make a bit more money selling at Volton. But I wouldn't be able to dump as much onto the black market at Volton because they'd get suspicious of me. So I would have to have my transponder on to deal with them, reasonably speaking, lest I risk a patrol getting unhappy. But here, oh wow! Wait a second. That's a much higher price. I approve. Honk. There we are. A cool 175,000 space bucks. Salt package. Nothing else I really want in here. Legal trading in Starsector is like being a criminal in real life. You could do it, but it's a bad idea. I'm not sure it's quite that straightforward, but sure. Now, I am, however, going to not raid these pirates. I know. It's a shock to me as well, but we're not going to do. How's the repairs going? Still got another 88 to go. Getting there, though. Getting there, slowly building it up. Little by little. Let's get away from you, and... Pop. Transponder's on. Ooh, nice. CEO of Alcorp has repaired the structural damage. Now all we've got left there is the degraded life support. And this is why I think that particular trait is so ridiculously good. Bordering on actually broken. Because it's costing me nothing to repair things that would cost me tens, if not hundreds of thousands of credits to repair otherwise. Ooh, what we have here. Let's hang tight for a second. Unlikely to find anything. Very well. What about you? A Wolf-class frigate. Is it going to be recoverable? Let's explore. Erratic fuel injector, faulty power grid. It's just a standard recovery. I wouldn't mind another Wolf frigate. We may literally build a Wolf pack. It's a pirate variant, though. How is the pirate variant different? Medium energy, 1 small energy, 2 small missile. Hey, a White Hammer, thank you very much for the 33 months, mate. Yeah, free frigate. Courtesy of the orbit of a red dwarf. A red giant, rather. Recover. Leave. Yeah, this is far from a red dwarf. Hero number 0. A low to medium mass star in a late phase of stellar evolution, a red giant has exhausted the supply of hydrogen in its core and switched to hydrogen fusion in a shell around the now helium core instead. While the star itself is huge, the outer envelope has a lower temperature, giving the star its characteristic hue. And yeah, we are burning off a crazy amount of supplies because we're currently in the corona. A halo of high-temperature plasma which surrounds a star. Most ships are not built to withstand prolonged exposure to the extreme radiation bombardment from the corona and will take damage if they remain within it. Reduces the combat readiness of all ships in the corona at a steady pace. The heavy solar wind also makes the star difficult to approach. Occasional solar flare activity takes these effects to even more dangerous levels. For example, there. Wow. Okay, this metallic world is actually so close that occasionally a solar flare is going to clip it. There we are. Our supplies were burning off quite nastily, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we're in the solar flare right now. Much sadness approaching this bloody start. Let's get out of that, please. If ever there was a reason for this asteroid belt being here, now we know. There was a planet. The sun immolated it. Am I running any mods? I'm running the GFX mod. But that is all. Trade goods. Let's go ahead and have a quick peek. How much of the... Oh, that's actually a really good price, too. I would like to buy all of your glow sticks. Medium. I will now buy a healthy amount of supplies. Still medium. That is not great. Okay, we might be in a bit of a spot of bother. Teeny tiny spot of bother, maybe. Local deficit, eh? Okay. I'm going to sell them 500. Minimal. Okay, that's a lot better. Salt package. Ooh, now we're talking. Efficiency overhaul. Also, resistant flux conduits is quite nice. Decreases the amount of damage taken from EMP weapons, such as ion cannons, by 50%. Also increases the ship's flux dissipation rate when venting. Not at all times, but when venting, by quite a lot. Zyphos LPC, Wasp LPC, Claw LPC. The nice thing about the Wasp is that it costs no crew. But the efficiency overhaul is particularly nice. Reduces the supplies used for maintenance, fuel, and minimum crew requirements by 1/5. Increases the combat readiness recovery and repair rates by 50%. The per-day supply consumption for combat readiness recovery is increased to account for the increased recovery rate, but the total supply cost remains the same. So basically, you just repair faster for the associated cost. Oh, Aavak. While watching the YouTube of past Starsector streams, I noticed that a Hegemony military tab was available on the trade screen in Hegemony systems. Have they granted you access? I believe we are liked enough to do a little bit of trading with the military, yes. Don't mind the captain at the bar drinking the ridiculously strong drink. He's considering important captain things. The louder the clink of his whiskey stones against the crystal tumbler, the more important the captain thinks he's thinking about. That's the way it works. Yeah, we're going to buy it. We should be able to repair completely. There we go. No, you can't typically buy military ships unless they really like you. Like, you've got a commission or you're revered as some sort of war hero. You can buy a couple of utility ships, civilian ships, and also having access to the military tab just doubles the amount of supplies you can purchase, things like that. I think there are some low-grade military ships you can get purely based on them just liking you a lot. But if you're looking for anything like bigger than a destroyer, or perhaps even bigger than a frigate, you're going to need a commission with them to buy those military vessels. It's going to be significantly easier to do something else. Now, there are shipping disruptions here, yeah. Oh, there's quite chunky ones. Lions Guard HQ. Headquarters of the feared personal guard of Philip the Lion of Sindra and Andrada. Boasting superb training and access to the best equipment credits can buy. The fanatical loyalty of the guard is maintained through a system of perks and incentives that both elevate and isolate the guard from the diktats regular military. It kind of makes sense, you know, elevate and isolate. They've got a corrupt nanoforge over there. They've also got, what is this? A synchrotron core. Increases fuel production output by 3. Okay. But thank you so much for the 21 months, Shaq Ultraconis. Really appreciate the support, mate. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. It's looking very, very nice, in fact. Visit the dockside bar. Not a concerned man, walk over to his table. After a brief introduction, he wastes no time in getting to the point. I've got 1,030 units of heavy machinery that urgently need to be delivered to Yama in the Naraka system. We've had some disputes with the regular shipping company, and it's left us in the lurch. Should be a milk run for someone like you, though. You recall that Yaman is under hegemony control and 7.8 light years away. Your fleet's holds can accommodate an additional 531 units of cargo. He double-checks something on his iPad. The offer is 107,000 credits, payable upon delivery within 80 days. I mean, 1,030 units of heavy machinery. Decline the offer and explain that you've got other plans. Do they, perchance, have freighters available that I could easily purchase? I like carrier. I wouldn't mind picking up another good carrier. 2 fighter bays, 4 small missiles, 2 small ballistic. Chunky civilian transport there. Heavy cruisers, missile cruisers. Prometheus tanker. If you picked up a couple of those, you could make some crazy fuel runs. The Colossus heavy freighter, though, the problem is this is going to be slow. And even if I got a reduced sensor profile, it would still only be 90. But it has a 900 cargo capacity. It's not like we haven't got the cash for it, but we would be slowed down dramatically. Well, actually, no, that's not true. That isn't true. And that is largely because the Elof Heater is a slow ship. We've dropped down a point of burn, because we were at 9 before, due to my destroyers, but my cruisers dropped us down to 8. So we might actually be able to bring the Colossus up to 8 with a militarized subsystem. That's true. Militarized subsystem will also reduce the sensor profile. That's a very good point. What's the black market got to offer? A Mora carrier, 3 fighter bays, 2 medium missile, 8 small ballistic. Not bad. A Griffin missile cruiser, 1 large missile. Oh, wow. The Colossus Mark III Modified has got a ground support package. Huh. The Colossus was first attacked. Primary cargo bay was left open, however, and converted into an ersatz fighter launch bay with the addition of a micro-civilian forge vat intended for the manufacture of machine parts hacked to accept fighter LPC chips. The forge is poorly integrated with the hull's base power system, resulting in unreliable overall performance. That's not actually a bad ship, now I look at it. The ground support package is pretty amazing. The Mark III is useless pirate tech. Don't buy. Well, honestly, it's the ground support package that would tempt me to buy it. Not so much anything else. It's making 100 of my Marines fight like 200 of my Marines. Worth 62,000? Probably not. But so far, the Valkyries are incredibly rare that I've seen, so that's kind of a pain in the bum. I would love to pick up this Griffin cruiser, though. Not gonna lie. What? A missile auto for... Hang on a second. What am I looking at here? Replenishes missile ammunition when used. Infinite missiles. America the spaceship. Oh, it's only one use? Oh. Does it say that? I mean, I would imagine it would have a cooldown like anything else. Like, I don't imagine they would literally just be churning out missiles non-stop, but it would be like any of the other special abilities. You'd have to wait a certain amount of time, then you kick it in. Oh, it's only one-time use. That's a shame. Tested in simulation? Well, I can't test it in simulation unless I buy it, which I don't want to if that's the case. Okay. I think we're going to go with the Colossus Heavy Freighter, though. I wouldn't mind get... Oh, actually. So expensive. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick this up. Tonk. Yeah, I realize you can put 4 medium and 2 small, but you can't put 1 large. And I've bought a large missile that I would really like to apply to something. While in combat, the campaign mode, the system recharges upon retreating and re-engaging, allowing at least 2 uses of the autoforge during a single extended encounter. Ah, okay. Thank you very much for that information there. Thank you very much, Rubber Monkey, for checking that out on the wiki. I really appreciate that. Alright. Freighter Milado, you live here now. Also, Wolf Milado, you live there. I've got 2 ships that I need to set up. Okay, let's have a look at you. You know what? Auto-fit it to a standard. Confirm. Do we have anything? Light machine guns. That's absolutely fine. Insulated engine assembly. Unstable injector. Let's reduce all of that. Reduce all of this. I want militarized subsystems. Increases flux dissipation by 10% and adds 10 armor for the damage reduction calculation only. Increases minimum crew requirements by 100% and removes the penalties from a civilian-grade hull and increases maximum burn. Penalties from civilian-grade hull is the sensor profile is 100% larger and reduces sensor strength by 50%. So this is going to require 80 crew. But that is okay. This now moves as fast as my slowest ship, so I don't need to do anything further with that. Its sensor profile is only 45 now. Absolutely okay with it. Now, what I could do... Have I done this with anything else? Surveying equipment where I can, unstable injectors. I mean, I generally want an unstable injector. Because if this is having to run away, I just wanted to be able to do it well. There we go. That'll do. Has got a shield, so that's fine. Weapon group should be fine. Confirm. There you are. I mean, I could stick reinforced bulkheads on it. I could get rid of that, but I'm just going to put me back up at 90 sensor profile, which now makes this the most visible ship in my fleet. And also means that if something shoots the engines, you know, it's got a decent chance of taking them out. Whereas the insulated assembly means that the durability of the engines is 100%. They're twice as hard to break. It also increases the hull integrity by 10%. And reduces the sensor profile. I think I prefer this. Yeah. I realize that stealth fleets are not the meta from what I've seen people mention, but I like the idea of trying it. So, you know, even if it isn't min-maxy, or perhaps even specifically because it isn't, we're not looking to roll that. I like the story element of having a sneaky fleet. As for you, though, point defense lasers, hammers, and a mining blaster. Have I got anything else that's different? Nah, more or less the same on all of them. Okay, first and foremost, strip everything down. Pulse laser. Yeah, I lack the point defense, really. So maybe I should put a point defense laser there. Small missiles. I could give it an Annihilator rocket launcher. I could even give it a Reaper class torpedo. I don't think that's really going to be that useful. I would love some more Sabos, but I haven't seen anywhere that's got them, sadly. Instead, I could pop down 2 Salamanders. So this, because those are you refabricate those. So it might be able to nick something's drive and be a bit of a pest. I think that's okay. Well, reinforced bulkheads and possibly armored weapon mounts. That being said, I could reduce the everything by 50% if I really wanted to. I actually kind of don't think I need to, though. I could go with stabilized shields so that my shields cost 30 flux a second to keep up. That's a possible one. I could make the ship a lot faster. Good evening, Jan. How you doing? Thank you, my wife's biggest fan, for the bits there. Good night, Aavak and chat. I'm going to leave the stream running to grind those sweet, sweet ducats. Take care, buddy. Paradoxic, yeah. Once we're in a position where we can pick up some phase ships, I mean that is of course the dream. Rockets are okay on Wolf class ships because they are more agile to line it up. That's a good point. That's actually a very good point. We might go with that. Sure, we'll go with Annihilator rocket launchers there. Or even, actually, the Harpoons. It's quite chonky. We'll see what it does. Hey, Wanda, how you doing, mate? Hello, Raiders. What were you playing, buddy? We are currently outfitting a Wolf-class frigate that I picked up in the corona of a red giant. You're playing Subterranean. How's that been going for you? Day 2 of Subterranean, a horror zombie survival sci-fi game. Nice. You enjoying it? And how survival is survival in this case? Because sometimes there's a big difference in how a game might approach survival. Hey, Alpha, how you doing, buddy? I'm semi-raiding. I've been here for a while now, lurking. Well, I hope you've been enjoying what you've seen. Could go with a stabilized shield. I'm really not certain about this. We could just grab the increased weapon mounts, but that does slow the turning of the turrets. We're not really using the turrets as much, so it wouldn't be as big of an issue. Or I could just go, well, I don't want to go with that armor, really. Subterranean gets real wacky if you don't get a foothold against the infection quickly. Oh, okay. It's decent. Very slow and repetitive, but the core gameplay loop is solid, especially with mods. Nice. They're making a sequel, so I hope they address the main issues of the first and the second. How long has it been out, then? I think we're going to make a decision, and for the time being, given how few points we've got, I'm just going to dump them all into capacitor, so we've got an awful lot to go with for this ship. The Salamanders might have been good, purely in the sense that this is the only pirate variant that we have. So having it, you know what, I do like what who was it? Was it Sweet Orange Bunny said there in regards to the Salamanders? Is these are missiles specifically designed to hunt down and hobble a ship by circling around it and striking it in the engines. That feels very Wolfpack tactic to me. Most of the Wolves have just got regular missiles. So well, actually torpedoes. They've got chonky bites. But this one in particular is going to try and just nip at the ankles of a ship, stop it being able to escape, and then the others can just move in and finish it off with torpedoes. Either way, as usual, I need food. So have a lovely evening of it. I'll take care, mate. The game came out in in 2016-ish. Was in early access, if I recall. But the sequel's currently in alpha, so I'd wager it's been a while before it's ready or good. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Plus, this will be able to offer additional support. Okay, we need 2 names for these new ships. So, time to get some names in-game. Redemption has been opened. If you got the Dapper Ducats, then you can go ahead and pop some down. This will give your captain a moment to enjoy the finer things in life. Okay, we've got Jake Toady and Necro Olaf, the Amiga Jinx and Chaos Dragon. Sadly, you weren't quite in time, but don't you worry. We will get you into the game eventually. Right, the ISS Ellen shall be renamed Jake Toady. And the Colossus class freighter shall be renamed Necro Olaf. Perfect. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. The fleet has indeed grown. So with that said and done, we've now got some room for a little bit of extra supplies. To that end, I feel inclined to grab a chunky bit more. Well, actually, do we really need that much more? You know what? Maybe you don't. Maybe now, instead, we go and pick up that trade offer at the bar. It's kind of why I grabbed that anyway. So let's go back to the dockside bar. Nod to the concerned man and walk over to his table. I will take this up. 107,000 credits payable upon delivery within 80 days. I could negotiate a higher fee. I could get twice as much money for a story point. But honestly, we're doing okay with the money. Does the Chernobog still fly with us? Or is it pronounced with a soft CH? Chernobog? Or is it pronounced with a hard? Or hardish? Hard would be Chernobog, whereas like hardish would be Chernobog. Whoop the stood. And it said Mahalra. I will bear this in mind. Soft. Chernobog. Okay. What does the EXP mean at the end of the option? It means that I will gain an EXP booster such that I will recover a new story point, a whole new story point, so the entirety of the cost of using this a lot faster than normal. In effect, story points have been balanced against the idea of use in certain situations, certain big story-changing occurrences. So using them in anything that is less than that, that's kind of like just a little bit of flavor, but not necessarily a whole chapter's worth on its own. You get an EXP booster, which means that you recover that story point a lot faster. When you level up, you get 4 story points, so it's not strictly you get like a double EXP for an entire level's worth. You get double EXP for 1/4 of a level's worth. That sort of thing. I'm not going to use the story point on that, though. Except the delivery contract. Okay, nothing of note is going on at the bar. There we are. We've got 1,030 heavy machinery loaded into our cargo hold, which leaves us very little, sadly, for anything else right now. Which is probably just as well for the pirate base, because my option was to go back there and raid them. But we're not going to do that now. Instead, we are going to head out and complete a mission. Since this will allow us to pick up some extra fuel as well. Which would be quite nice. Maybe we'll pick up another big chunky transport ship. Please don't fly through the Corona. Why are you flying through the Corona? Or rather the solar flare? Coronal mass ejection, why? Can't you just go around like a sensible captain? helmsman doing a very bad job. Is this game worth it? It's always hard to answer that question for somebody because it's... Oh. Change caused by a trade with the faction. Alright, not bad. I enjoy it. I bought the game myself. You know, this isn't a free key or anything like that, so I'm assessing its worth based on the value of the money that I spent on it. But understand that everyone is going to be in a different place. To one person, £15 might just mean, I won't go for a takeout tonight. I'll cook my food that I've got in the fridge that I should be cooking because it's going off. To another person, it might be, literally I've saved for 6 months to have this much disposable income. So it's one of those things that it's so hard to offer. I can't tell you whether it's worth it for you, basically. I'm having a huge amount of fun, though. I've seen some people use the metric of 1 hour per £1. If you get 1 hour's worth of enjoyment per pound you spent on it, then it's a good deal. I have smashed that deal many times over at this point. So if that is a little bit more of a helpful indicator, then there you go. But yeah, it's always one of these tricky questions to answer for someone. But I'm enjoying it a lot. An awful lot, actually. Got a good couple of quests. Maybe we'll go out and explore out and about. I mean, the last time we explored out and about, I think we came across a lot of redacted fleets that could have literally accidentally destroyed us. Which would have been bad. This is Astlan, so we need to be on the way. I want to slow down before we hit that storm and continue on through. Try and pass through. Oh, actually, the storm is over. Okay, sustained burn again, please. Oh dear. Did Nightbot... Oh, Nightbot, you scallywag. No. Belial or any of the mods, if Lady She-Lab's about, or Leafin, could you please repost Shadow Star's link there? It is the link to where you can pick up the game, because it isn't available on Steam. In fact, if you got the time to make a command to just point out where to pick this up, then that would be amazing. Thank you, Belial. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate that. Right. Yama, I believe, was our destination, so let's make our way there. Transponder on. The hegemony are sticklers for such things. And let's make our way over to Yama. Nice easy, 107k. All we had to spend was 68k to get the freight. Look, it's an investment, okay? Yeah, the website definitely has that 2000s vibe going for it. As in early 2000, as in, 20 zeros. But it is legit. As much as I can totally accept that some people look at it and I'm like, am I being scammed? But it is a legit website. It is where you purchase the game. Get SS. Thank you very much, Belial. Right. There we are. Relationship has improved with the Independents by 5. Hooray. It is now at 21. Okay, we're favorable with them. Not at all bad. Let's have a look what goods you got here. Probably nothing I really want to take, actually. Well. Why am I here with this? Why have I bought the glow sticks here? should have just sold it in Volton. Damn it. Thank you for such wondrous entertainment over the years, Aavak. You're a delightful entertainer, and I wholeheartedly wish you success with both YouTube and Twitch. That is such a nice thing to say. Thank you so much, Innocent Potato. That's super kind of you to say. Diolch yn fawr. Right. Got accelerated shields. Not interested. I could sell these here, and that might not be a bad idea. Or I could hold on to them. In fact, I could pick up some more. 172 isn't terrible. In fact, it's about the same price as the Syndrian Dictat. Realistically, if I want to do that, I need to kind of be a bit sneaky about it. So how about we don't? Pack of seedy-looking traders passing around a narco stick seem to give a man disappointing news. Talk to the man who looks disappointed by the seedy-looking traders. He brushes off his coat, muttering, "They don't know who they've..." Then smiles suddenly as you approach. Finally, someone reasonable. Pulls you aside as if you're old business partners and says quietly, "I'm looking for 1,000 units of ore. Delivered here as soon as possible. Don't care how it gets done, so long as it gets done. Understand? I'm willing to pay 14 credits per unit." Isn't that generous? It's because I respect what you're capable of. He rolls his eyes at the group nearby, struggling with one shoulder. Some people, they have no respect. They'll learn what... they'll learn. What do you say? How long would I have? 1,000 units is easy enough. You know what? I'll take it. 60 days. Oh, that's super easy. I mean, I can grab 1,000 units for 9 right here. I can grab 1,000 units for 9 right here. Don't need quite that many. Done and done. Are we in trouble? No. Good. Bork rack! You derp. After a short wait, the connection request is accepted. The man starts to speak, then glances off screen and closes the connection, leaving you looking at static. You realize that you need to come back with your transponder turned off before you're able to do business with this bit. Bloody. Okay, fine. It's annoying, but alright. Shh, not here. You're Carolina Sazimov. I thought you'd look different. You literally thought I... What? So let's look over your secondary display. It says here you've got the cargo. All 1,000 units. We'll go ahead with the agreed 14 credits per unit. I'll provide you with a drop-off point. Deliver the bloody law. My lord. No short-term memory. That is right. That is right. And good call, Bilal. We do need to save the cave and also get a sip of tea, though. I'll save the cave first. We're not going to go on tea break for a little bit longer, but probably about another 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour. Right, cut the comm link. Just because that's going to allow me to split the videos up a little bit better. Though, if you were to tell me that you're actually kind of desperate right now and would like to acquire some beverages, I guess we could go on a tea break a bit earlier. Like, good enough for me. Okay, and we're gonna leave. Technically, I could actually just attack them, but I mean, if transponder's off, how would they know? Right, transponder is on. We've got a fleet moving in. It's a merchant ship. Returning with ore, supplies, heavy machinery, and ship hulls. I mean, I could have taken the. Could have gone for that. Right, but either way, let's drop a save. Oh yes, I'm already minus 100 with the pirates. I have availed myself of their free loot. They didn't consider it free though.